It's all dark. Uh-oh. Well, I should have known it was him. The European champion, even though this is a non-title match, the European champion, Kane. And ever since he won it, nobody has been able to take that championship away from him. I give Kane a lot of credit for holding on to that championship for as long as he has. And Kane, about ready to do his thing, as he summons the flames of hell. Well, there he is. We saw Stephanie McMahon. Well, now, here's Mr. McMahon. Mr. Vince McMahon, the chairman and owner of the World Wrestling Federation. I mean, well, he has had his problems with Kane, and vice versa. I mean, these two have no love lost with each other, and would love nothing more than to just beat the hell out of each other. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Mr. McMahon who attacked Kane for no apparent reason, other than to make a point, I suppose, but any way you slice it, I mean, what kind of man does it take to have a vendetta with Kane, especially when Kane has been known to destroy people just like that with that powerbomb? But I guess if Mr. McMahon is that crazy enough to do it, then he's going to do it. I mean, last week he teamed up with The Miz, and Kane teamed up with Chris Jericho, and it was The Miz who defeated Jericho to win the matchup for him and Mr. McMahon. But I have a feeling that might have angered Kane much, much more. As if Kane is not an angry individual already when you make him even madder than that. I would have to think that you're about to get your ass kicked just like that. Now goes for the cover. Nope, not even a 1 count on Mr. McMahon. Oh, the clap noise. Or the clapper, I should say. Nope, back body drop on to Mr. McMahon. Now trying to wear down Mr. McMahon. Of course, Kane doesn't just use power. I mean, he uses his head. A very demented one at that. But of course, I'm not going to try to tell him that. And by him, I mean Kane. I mean, seriously, if you came down a dark alley, I can't even talk. If you came down a dark alley and you came across Kane, well, what the hell would you do? I mean, I would run like hell. That's what I would do from him. But Mr. McMahon is crazy enough to go after Kane. And while I give him a lot of credit, it's like a death wish. But McMahon, nope. A back suplex on to Mr. McMahon. I mean, if McMahon is going to win, he's going to have to try to get Kane off balance. One, try to take out one of his legs. Try to take out one of his arms. He's got to try to do something. And McMahon trying to fight back here. Oh, and a rake in the eyes. Oh, another low blow. I guess if anything could take down Kane, it's got to be that. Well, now Mr. McMahon has the advantage. But for how long, though? And Max Stunner. Max Stunner from out of nowhere. And 1, 2, no. Kane kicks out. And that might have been Mr. McMahon's best opportunity to win. I mean, because after you low blow Kane, I mean, what the hell do you do? I mean, goes right for the eyes, a rake in the eyes, and then a clothesline on the top rope onto Kane. And now Mr. McMahon has turned the tide, so to speak. All but Kane fighting back, though. And now Kane, what's he doing? A powerbomb onto Mr. McMahon and a pinfall. 1, 2, no. And now Kane wondering what he has to do to beat Mr. McMahon. And then a kick right to the back. And now Kane, what's he doing? Now going up to the top rope. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. The clothesline from off the top rope. Excuse me. I am terribly sorry with this gas. Can't even help it. But anyway, now Kane choking out Mr. McMahon. And uh-oh. Choke slam on Mr. McMahon. That has got to do it. 1, 2, 3. And Kane, even though this was a non-title match, a victory against Kane would have given Mr. McMahon a title match. But Kane, I give Kane a lot of credit for just, I guess you could say, wait a minute, Kane is extending a hand to him? Wow, Mr. McMahon, what the hell is wrong with you? I mean, if you can earn Kane's respect, I would have taken it. But then again, Kane could have done anything. I mean, he could have just as easily stabbed him in the back. So I guess Mr. McMahon didn't want to give Kane the opportunity to do that. But as it stands, the feud between Mr. McMahon and Kane is now 2-0 against Mr. McMahon. And Kane is going up, and Mr. McMahon is going down. And we have another big match coming up, and this is the match you want to see right after this.